mambo, fiesta forever. Come on and sing along all night long.
Yeah, get ready to rock and roll with this year's class of Rock Hall of Fame inductees, including Lionel Richie. The list includes 14 artists, and it's out now. Pat Benatar, Duran Duran, Eminem, the Eurythmics, Dolly Parton, and Carly Simon, to name a few. 5 of the 7 artists are first-year nominees, and it's worth noting all 5 of the performers favored in the fan vote made it through. But how does an artist go from a nominee to an inductee? Well, here is the process. A group of more than 1,000 people, including former inductees, historians, and members of the music industry, vote to select a new class. To be eligible, an individual or group must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to nomination. The artist's musical influence on other artists, the length and depth of career and innovation, and superiority in style and technique are all considered. Along with the list, we have also learned the 37th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place at the Microsoft Theater in LA, Saturday, November 5th.
Yeah, sadly, it is in LA and not in Cleveland. With that, we have a very special guest with us on Front Row tonight. We're joined by rock and roll whiz Deanna Adams. Deanna, it's great to have you here. Sarah, before we started the segment, when I came over, she said it's a lot more fun to talk rock and roll than politics. I co-sign that statement. I definitely do. So Deanna is an award-winning speaker and writer with several books on rock and roll in Cleveland. Deanna, thank you again for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
How would you characterize this class overall?
I love the fact that it's very diverse, and it represents the 80s a lot. If you think of all the bands that, you know, and MTV era.
Yeah.
And what impressed me is that the fan votes, I think, really made a difference this year, because they were all the first nominated, except for Eurythmics, I believe.
Wow, that's interesting.
All of them are the first time that they got nominated.
Yeah, so when you have that many first-time nominees and inductees finally, it really does speak to the quality, the overall quality of the class. So I'm fascinated by Dolly because a lot of folks said when she was nominated, everyone's like, wait, but Dolly's not a rock star. And then Dolly herself came out and said, I don't know that I want to go in. I don't consider myself a rock artist. Then she rethought it, and now she's in. What's your take on all of that?
That's so Dolly. We all love Dolly, and I think a lot of it's because of her personality and her popularity.
Right.
However, when you think of rock was influenced by all the different genres right from the start. You had the, you know, bluegrass and country and even jazz influences and R&B naturally. That really formed rock and roll.
Yeah, it really is this huge sort of quilt of influence, and she has influenced rock and roll for sure. What do you think the lasting legacy of the class of 2022 will be?
That's a good point.
Will it be its diversity?
I think so, and also just the fact that they're all very individual as far as the music goes.
Right.
You know, diverse, but there's, you know, just the individual talent, and again, with having Dolly, that's a whole new mix there.
It really is. I can't wait to see how the induction ceremony itself goes. Aside from this class, do you have a favorite class? One that you look back on and say, this was just, for me, that really hit the nail?
So many of them, but I do want to say I'm really happy about Pat Benatar this year because
I am too.
Neil Giraldo is a Parma guy,
Yes.
And I think that will be the 8th Northeast Ohio artist inducted into the Rock Hall.
That's pretty special.
So it is very, you know, we're well represented too.
We are, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Deanna, thank you so much.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
It's great to talk rock with you.
Great insight, and you're right. It was more fun than talking politics.
Thank you.